Half again, and hello, it's Fo, and welcome back to Turbine City. Last time we were doing a little bit of dezoning. We've been doing this for a while, cutting down the amount of commercial we've got going on in the city. Move this TV station. I've accepted now that we're going to need Demand Master to try and fill back in all the stuff that we've lost, all the commercial and industrial. Got loads of empty space. You know, we've done things like using the car parks to fill it up, but that's not really a solution. Seems all the commercial and the industrial in the city is dying. So we're going to try the old Demand Master. Hopefully that's going to help re-establish the link between the two, because hopefully the new industrial all coming in, regardless of how many customers they've got, combined with all the shops coming in together, I'd like to think they'll all be able to find new customers and get them all working together. So don't forget to go into the content manager and turn it on after you've subscribed to a new mod. Get it turned on in here before you start the game again. If that doesn't work, if we can't re-establish the link between the two, we can turn on infinite goods, and that'll solve the problem for the commercial, but not the industrial. So you can also use no abandonment. Try and stop them all leaving, make them stay longer. But we'll try it with just Demand Master first. See if that can solve our problem. Because I'm pretty sure the way the simulation runs is intrinsically linked to the demand system. So hopefully, fingers crossed, get the game going with Demand Master on. We can fix this mess. So we go down to our demand itself to click on it to get into Demand Master. And we can raise the slider here. That'll adjust how much demand we've got going on. I'll sort of trick the game into building things back in. Seems to be kind of glitchy. It's affecting the graphics a little bit. Seems to be a jump every so often. Try and fix these values because they're dropping over time. Try and get them set back up a little higher before fixing them. Looks like we can't move the sliders. Fixed value does mean fixed value. Set up like this, get them fixed so the demand doesn't fall. We'll let it run for a bit like this. This sort of graphical glitching is concerning me a little bit. If it gets much worse, I'll have to go in and turn something off. There's maybe something conflicting. I can't see why our Demand Master would have a conflict with any of the graphic stuff. But sometimes, you know, as with mod in all games, you do get strange conflicts with the mods. Can't remember why we had the Danny refining site extended all the way over here. I think we were optimistic about how much oil industry stuff we were going to have over here in the first place. I'll make a big ore zone here. So then any of the industrial that comes in here will come through as ore. Yeah, this thing's glitching. It's getting worse. The lighting conditions. have a look at the eye candy mod, see what's happening there. Well, we have no time of day and no day-night cycle speed. They're off entirely. So it's maybe the game is jumping between midday and midnight, just every so often. Yeah, I can't play like this. Somebody's gonna have a fit. That'll be me. So I'm gonna let it run with the demand up full. Question seems to be calming down a little bit. The glitches are lasting longer. I can see that the roads are all lit up. That is indeed jumping between daytime and nighttime. So I'm going to use the in-game options to turn off the weather and the day-night cycle. Hopefully that's going to fix it. Yeah, the glitch seemed to be to do with the day-night cycle. I don't see how just turning on Demand Master by itself has any effect on that. It's pretty strange. Yeah, the mods do conflict with each other sometimes. You can get a mod compatibility checker mod. Other sort of diagnostic mods that can help you when you've got loads and loads of mods installed. Let it run for a bit, and the population growth is booming. We're getting 1,000 people a cycle, apparently. It's pretty good. We can maybe get our forestry area set up over here in Florence Park. Give ourselves a bit more room. Change over some of this residential for commercial. That way there's going to be no ground pollution, gets over to the houses. Not that forestry area, I think, creates much ground pollution. We'll go ahead and fill some in here. I think our problem is with the generic industrial, supplying generic goods to the shops, all the commercial. Our sort of specialist industries, they seem okay. And hardly any icons from them. So it's maybe a plan to reduce some of the generic industry, just get it deleted out of the way, and get switched over for offices or something. And get it switched over for the more specialist stuff. So I'm going to let it run, try and fill back in more of the city, get back to where we were, see if we can re-establish this link between the industrial and the commercial. Hopefully, fingers crossed, as I say. I'm still seeing complaints. Let it run, and still seeing complaints from the commercial and the industrial. Although everything's filling back in, they're not helping each other out and giving each other customers. So I think maybe we try it without Demand Master on for a bit. Instead we switch it out and use a different tactic. It's more extreme, but it's the way it's going. I'm going to turn on the infinite goods. I never looked at the options for this before. Before I just had it on with the default setting of the commercial getting stocked with goods. I'll turn on luxury products as well. I'm not quite sure what that is, but it's been a long time I've had this. I didn't realise it had been updated to deal with the unique factories and stuff. The industry's DLC. I've never gone into the options before, so we'll try that, and that should fix all the problems with our commercial. Industrial not so much. I'm pretty sure that's going to make the problems worse with our generic industry. we'll have to switch out to most of it. Okay, we could switch it out for offices, IT buildings, or specialist industrial. If we use the resource painter to get in some ground resources. In this area we might be able to just push our zoning back. If we delete all the industrial this side of the train line, maybe switch it out for commercial, and then where we've got our commercial, switch that out for residential. Just push all the zoning back a little bit. Yeah, that's the most sensible idea. We've still got our full demand from when we had Demand Master on. So we'll have to get in about and try and take advantage of that before it slumps back down to nothing again. But we'll see what sort of an impact it has with the infinite goods. How badly the generic industry areas are complaining. Once we see that sort of damage, if we can work around it, we can just keep this on. And we won't have to worry about the commercial ever running out of goods again. I think, you know, we've fought so hard. We tried everything else in the book. Tried resolving it with all the normal means. So this is the sort of last resort stuff. Extreme measures to take. Hopefully we can make Turbine City great again. Get everything all filled in and working. Try and restore it to its former glory. It's weird, these buildings are staying around for ages after they've been dezoned. Shops just hanging around. Very strange. When you're playing vanilla with no mods at all and things, it disappears instantly. The game is definitely struggling with what we're doing. Oh well. We just zone on top of it. It'll all disappear eventually. Not sure how much noise is coming off this taxi stand. Not a great deal. I think we're fine to push our residential stuff up pretty much all the way at the end of the road. Maybe come back a little bit. Should be fine for everyone. We'll get some lighter stuff on the inside. The same over the other side. Get the high density stuff along the main road. Getting pretty close to the noisier buildings, the rail yard and stuff. Not sure if we want to finish this with more residential or maybe a touch more commercial over here. Like I say, we should be fine to return to a large amount of commercial now. Now that all our needs should be sorted. Much like them getting stock from outside the town. A self-sufficient city is a nice idea. I think it's more realistic to have most of the goods coming in from outside. So we've kind of got it set up like that. Except we get the bonus of the goods don't have to be delivered. They just magically appear in the shops. Fantastic. That's less realistic, but oh well, we'll work with what we've got. There's still more I want to do with the city. I would like to get all the icons gone, so everything is working. No one's complaining about anything. Have it working like a utopia for at least a little bit. Yeah, we have to use these extreme measures. So regain control of everything. Regain control of the demand and the balance. The supply chain. After that we need to deal with the tourism problem. We've got loads of tourism specialist commercial. They always seem to be complaining they don't have enough customers, despite how many unique buildings and things we throw at them. So that fix might just involve reducing those areas, the size of them. So there's less pressure on the hotels and things in them. Also good to get the final few seaside assets and things in, the harbour, the cargo harbour. I'll have to unlock a seaside tile. Maybe get that done next episode. Since our commercial is going to be over here. Get some schools in. It's more suitable for them now. There's not factories and things so close. Get a university in. Now that we've completed our campus DLC stuff, I think we're safe enough to put in a university building over here somewhere. Get it on this crossroads. We've got super high capacity. We're well in the green. Which means everyone has the opportunity to get highly educated if they want to. I've already got the settings on so that the highly educated people can work in the industry, so that's not a problem. Could end up being a shortage of low-skilled labour. But then we could just change a few zones with the schools out policy and tell those people specifically not to bother with education. See how it goes. Have to let it run for a good while. Find out what sort of effect these mods are having to the overall city. Things like this, so they're turning on the infinite goods, you know, it solves one problem but it creates another. Tends to be the case, these sort of extreme measure fixes. Usually using the demand master or the infinite goods when you don't need to, like at the start of a game. That usually gets you into a broken simulation. You've messed up the amount of zoning that's going on. And disturbed the balance of what's required. So yeah, I tend to only use them in extreme cases. Loads of complaints over here. Maybe D-zone some of this. The farming industry stuff is starting to complain a little bit, which is a terrible sign. Of all our specialist industry stuff, we really want those farming squares so we can unlock that last unique building. Maybe extend the area out so there's more farming squares there rather than industrial, but again, that's not going to solve the problem. If they're complaining they don't have enough customers. there's only a limited amount of specialist industrial we can get away with. Further services really aren't needed. That's the case for the vast majority of our generic industry now, so yeah, I'm sad to do it. Sort of remove some of this zoning that's worked for us so well in the beginning, when everything was working fine. But you don't make an omelette without cracking a few eggs. Big redevelopment is going to be better for the city in the long run. Get rid of all these complaints. Get all the zoning at peace. Yeah, we can always come back and fill in these areas with offices or IT clusters or specialist industry if we can. Right now I'd rather just get rid of the stuff that isn't working. We can always turn back on Demand Master if we want to fill things back up. I'll say for the meantime, just gonna get rid of most of it that isn't working. Good to see our population still coming back in, even with Demand Master off. We'll have to get in that seaside tile, get in those harbours, unlock these last buildings. Oh, we're getting closer to the climate research station. We're so close. If we just turn on Demand Master, probably fill it in. We've probably got enough farming industry already zoned. Get rid of a bit more this generic stuff. Nice little area this. Shame it's not working. As I say, never mind. It's not the end of the world. Rid some of this stuff. Just focus on where the icons are. Let's see, we can always fill it back in afterwards. If we get rid of everywhere that has complaints. To see the map with no icons on it whatsoever. I think our industry stuff, our industry DLC stuff, I think there's always going to be complaints there until I figure out exactly the mechanics of it, how it all works. Have to get that done at some point as well. Rework the industry's DLC stuff. Get rid of the icons there. Leave our specialist stuff. It's only the generic industry I want to get rid of. Places like this that don't have a district on them, don't have a name. I'm sure the students over here will appreciate it. The Dean Boy Institute. We'll have factories and stuff, won't be an industrial estate right next to them. Chunk of stuff here. Obviously don't need the commercial to line the industrial area as well. As always, hopefully if we reduce things here, we can find that demand spot. So I'm going to get this area extended so we've got more farming squares, and then come back next time and turn on Demand Master. Get it all filled up, try and unlock that building. Until then, take it easy. I'll see you in the next one.